You have not lost your edge. Your recovery system is actually breaking down, and that is why you have burnout. There's so many people in today's age, they just feel like there's something off, burning out. They're sharp at work, that slowly goes down. But when they get home at 3 p.m., open that door, I mean, they're pretty much gone at dinner time. It's a real thing.
We see it all the time. People are exhausted. They feel like they're running on fumes, not themselves.
More irritable.
Very much irritable. And that's when most of them have family to take care of. So it puts more stress on them. They can't figure out what's going on.
More stress. I mean, what else happens? Less patience.
That's true. Less family time. Put them in front of a TV or iPad or let them play on their phone.
That's a huge, huge thing.
It's a snowball effect.
And you think it's just daily the daily life, and that's how the grind is supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
Or you're getting older. This is all part of it.
There's other factors too, just the overall medical workup, medicines, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I think essentially what happens, so you feel that grind and you're like, I just got to push through this because this is a grind. That's a willpower. I got the motivation. That could only last so long.
Mm-hmm.
Because after a while, you get burnt out from the willpower.
But these are just Band-Aid fixes, right? It's like having a leak in your roof and you patch it instead of actually getting to the root cause of why the roof is leaking. Maybe you need a new roof, right? Maybe you need to redo everything.
No, that's a good way of looking at it, because when you think about a leaky roof, you can actually fix it. By doing it right. Maybe it costs you $500. I don't know what it will cost you. Some drywall, put a seal, stop the rain from coming in. Or you can get a bucket and you let it leak. And next thing you're dealing with all framing issue, new wood, and now it's costing you $5-6 mold, all that stuff.
Everything, more destruction, and it's going to cost you, like you said, a lot more money in the long run had you just fix it right from the get-go.
Yeah, stick with us, because when you think about your recovery, your sleep, just trying to keep up your lifestyle, it should be able to keep up with your lifestyle. So in a few minutes, we're going to get into the details and some strategies which will allow you to start to begin to reverse this burnout syndrome that you're facing, and be able to get on and be at work dialed in. Lunchtime, you're not fading away. You don't have to drink the energy drink. You get home and you still have a whole bunch left of people who actually matter to you the most. And the thing is, if we don't do that, name some of the things already. But what happens if nothing truly changes? That's the scary part.
Well, it compounds over time, right? And you think you're feeling terrible now. You'll go down that path where you'll be on Mattress Island, where you're basically can't get out of the bed, and you'll lose opportunities to work, to be with your family, the most important moments in their lives.
Well, I think the one scary thing that I think about is if I had one bad night, it's already just messes with my thinking.
Yes.
And how bad it is. I know I did some training classes based in Australia, and I really had to strategize around that. That way I won't have those compound on me, and I will feel in some kind of way. Imagine that happens every single day. It compounds for a week,
That
a month,
is
a year.
an awful feeling. I cannot live like that. Oh my goodness. And it happens to all of us, right? As we have a sleepless night or not a good night's sleep because of stuff going on around you or whatever your reasons may be, right? But it's not a daily thing or weekly thing. It just happens once in a blue moon. And it's the worst feeling in the world when you are not sleeping or you're feeling groggy all day and you're dragging. It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah, they're very, very horrible.
And you have no energy to move your body and do anything.
You want more sleep. And that's the thing, is that you're probably wondering, like, why isn't more sleep helping it?
You have some people, I apologize if I'm sounding judgy, but I've heard of some people who are in bed from 8 o'clock and they sleep till 9, 10 o'clock the next day, right? They get up to eat something and they go back to bed. And they're basically in that bed watching TV, scrolling on their phone, or sleeping all day long.
So when you're sleeping
You
all
have
day
no
long,
energy to get up and do anything.
that's already a clue that it's not really a sleep issue. And that's a whole different kind of issue, because if you have the proper amount of sleep with the right quality, it's going to fix things.
Right. The body's mending itself, right? When you sleep.
Because
But if you're not, if your body's not mending itself while you sleep, what's going on, right? Or no?
well, I recall that sleep issue I used to have, and it wasn't truly the lack of sleep. I had plenty of sleep. It's what I learned that was happening to my body, which this allowed me to have the quality of sleep.
Right.
Quantity is not important.
Right.
Quality is important, and your body tells you, listen to it in the right way, in tune with it. It allows you to know, well, hold on here. There's something truly off here. And it's not because I have less medication to sleep. It's not because I have less alcohol. It's not because I'm not getting enough quality of sleep, right? I mean, that's not it at all, right? And so then what happens is I get less quality. What do I begin to stack? Caffeine.